Hoi hoi folks, good morning, good afternoon and good evening wherever you are in the world. My name's Sean, aka Uncle Frogface, and welcome to today's video. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're not new, then welcome back. So we are returning today to the Essdee Lino cutting and printing kit. So I had a lot of fun with this last time. If you'll remember, we cut this out and made a few prints of it, but I left it feeling I can do better. I didn't realise how fine a detail you can really get with lino printing, so I just want to go back and try it, because honestly I think I've been bitten by the bug and I really enjoy it. So last time we used this very soft cut material. This time I think we might do some actual firm lino, so I think we should turn the camera around. We'll go through quickly again what is in this kit, and then I need to design something because I don't actually know what I'm gonna print. I'll have to think about that. Right, okay, let's turn the camera around and we'll have a little refresher on what we have. Oh, this is a very messy craft, but honestly, I really enjoy it. It's messy for so many reasons, but it's fun to get into. So, let's just quickly recap what is in the kit. So we have this flexi cut lino printing stuff, which is very flexible, quite thick as well. We had a practice piece of that, so we were able to test out the tools. We have these little circular bits as well to make little circular stamps, and that comes with a little holder, so you've got something to hold it in position whilst you're carving away at it. And we've got these two pieces of hard lino scissors, just like traditional lino that you would lay down on a floor, but for printing. You can see I did a little bit on this as well when I was testing out the tools, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to see if I can design something that kind of misses out this section, or I've got this piece. I've actually got a whole load of lino that was donated to me, dozens of sheets of it, so I'm not worried about using this at all because I've got plenty more here. So we've got this tray for putting our ink in. We have this, which is our brayer. This is the rolly thing, that's what you roll the ink on and then roll it onto your thing. We have a safety guard for putting in the corner so that we can gouge at the lino and not worry about stabbing ourselves. I mean, this is not like needle felting where I stab myself lots of times. If I get myself with one of these tools, just like my woodworking tools, I'm going to do some serious damage. So I want to be as safe as possible. I did find though, pretty much I could hold it down here and go away from myself. And as long as you are pushing the tool away from yourself, you're not really going to be in trouble of gouging out your stomach or anything like that. Your innards will stay innards and not become outards. We have our ink, of course, but talking of the tool, so this is the Baron. So once we put a piece of paper on, we kind of with this over the top and smooth it all out, and that's how we transfer the ink. But if I unscrew this very nifty little tool, you can see this actually turns into the tool that we're using for carving. So this pops into here, the ferrule tightens up, and there you go, we've got our carving tool. So very handy indeed. So last time we did this pattern here, which is like a hibiscus flower from a pattern that I'd liked, and I just kind of did my own version of it, and then we tried printing it, and you can see as we went through, the prints became much clearer. But I realised whilst doing this was a very kind of big, bold design, but wasn't very clear. So I want this time to do something that's very clear, but has a lot of detail in it. That's what I'm going to attempt to do anyway. That is my aim for today. Something more refined. I'm really pushing myself with this one, but I need to come up with a design first. So got my iPad over here, and I'm going to go into Procreate and design something first, I think, that I can then transfer over onto a piece of lino. I don't know whether I've ever shown you guys this. This is my Apple Pencil. I actually had it customized when I got it, so it says Uncle Frogface with a little skull and a little snake, and of course I've got my pen tips nib on here, so I absolutely love these little nibs. Make the surface much nicer for writing on. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and design something. I might do a little time lapse of whatever it is I'm designing, then we can get on to the actual lino printing section. Okay, so the iPad is just over here to the side with the design on it, so I've got it for reference, and down here I've just traced some of the outlines and I've taped this on the back to the piece of lino so it's nice and centered. I'm going to take some of this Frisk trace down paper that we got in a scrawler box, and I'm going to attempt to use this to, well, trace down, and I'm going to pop this in between. I'm going to go over and hope that this transfers over to the lino. So never done this before. This should be an interesting experiment. I'll be back with you in just a second to tell you whether it worked or not. Okay, are we ready to see whether this has worked? I've got my basic outline. Hey, look at that. Not bad at all. Frisk coming in with the win there. That's fantastic. I really like that. Right. Right, I'm going to take this off now. So I've got my basic lines down, and I've also got my reference over here. I think what I might do is go over with a permanent marker and really mark in some of the details so that I've got them there, so that I know what I'm carving away. Okay, so I've just been doing a little bit more refining on the sketch, and honestly, just a normal pencil on this is really great. It's much nicer on the plain lino than it is on the soft cut stuff. So what I'm trying to get my head around at the moment is this like a reverse. So whereas I'm used to putting down black and colour, here I'm taking away the white instead. So I think what I might start by doing is getting my tool ready. I might just go around and kind of outline everything first and then start taking away bits that are definitely just white. You'll notice in the sketch that there was black, white and grey. So grey is area where I want to try and do some transition work, so with some hatching and stuff like that, and maybe get some more detail in those areas. So give me a second to get my my tool set up, and I'll start cutting away at this. That didn't take too much time at all. Now I'm going to go out and take out all the bits that are definitely just plain white. So we've got some dots down here, we've got these crescents here. Obviously the skull as well, which is going to be interesting. I did go a little bit thin on these little antennae, but that's absolutely fine. I'm not worried about that at all. So let's get to it. You can see now why I said this is messy in very many ways, because look at all of this. But yeah, I've got all of the definitely white sections out now. What I need to do now is go around and basically do all of those grey sections. Everywhere I said there was like feathering and blending in, so I'm going to be doing some detailing work now, and I think I'm going to swap to a slightly finer bit for this, just so that I can get some nice fine details in there. Let's try and push this a little bit. Okay, so I think I've gone over nearly everything needs to be done now. The only thing really that I'm kind of debating is whether to take out all of the background. I think I might. So I'll kind of go around. What tools have we got? What's best for this? I think, what's a big one? That one. That seems like quite a nice scoop. Oh no, that's a sideways one. I'm looking at that wrong. This one. There we go. I think I'm just going to go around and start taking back everything that is not part of the design. And just get all of this background cleaned up as much as possible. This is, oh there we go, I've gone very deep there. Maybe not that deep. maybe a lighter touch is needed, but I'm going to go around and get all of this done. I'm actually pressed a little bit for time. I've got some editing to do as well, so I may do this and then come back. I'm going too deep again. Take a deep breath. Right, calm down. I need to get this done. There we go, and then I'll get some editing done as well. But as I say, I might have to come back and do the actual printing section a bit later, but I think we're almost done on the carving. There we go, that's much nicer. Okay, it is the next day. I've just got home from work. Yes, I had to work on a Saturday. But you can see I've really gone to town with the background of this. I've cut a lot of it away as well, just to give me a nice clean plate in the back. I don't know how this is going to turn out. It looks okay at the moment, but this is still very new to me. But what I do need to do now is to use this roller. So this is the brayer, and we roll this in the ink, we roll it onto here, then we place our paper on top. We take the Baron and we press down all over. So I'm using, this is some, well, we use the Frisk transfer paper, so this is some Frisk cartridge paper, because I think it's quite a nice weight, semi-textured as well. Just going to see how that goes. I don't know if it's the best paper, I don't know what the best paper is for printing, but you know, that's what all of this experimenting is for. What I can say though is I am really enjoying this. In fact, I'm just going to lay down some printer paper, just so that I'm trying to keep this as neat, as tidy as possible. I know my desk is slowly becoming a disaster of art supplies, but hey, that's fine. It's fine. I also don't know how much ink really I need for something like this. I did get some tips in the last videos from some viewers who said you should just roll one way, so either up or down, so like not going back and forward, lift, forward, lift like that. So again, I don't know if that's true, but I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to go side to side as well, so we get as much coverage on this as possible. I also don't know what the image of this actual block is going to look like. I'm honestly intrigued. Okay, that feels like a nice coverage, and I'm going to, ooh, kind of getting a first glimpse of it here as well. Hey, it's not looking bad, honestly. Let's go this way. Huh, okay. Okay. I can see I went a little bit thin on one of the antennas. Not the one I thought I was going to, actually. That's strange. Right, so this is what we've got. I'm going to lay down my paper. Try and get this. There we go. I'm going to get the brayer, which of course was our tool, and I'm going to go over it in little circles, just like this, pressing lightly, and transfer over the ink. I know that you can do this with different presses. Kind of looked at some of them. They look interesting. I can see the camera's really wobbling as I do this. They look very interesting, but I don't know if I'm willing to commit to one just yet, as much as I am enjoying this particular craft. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. Oh, are we ready? Should we do a reveal? Last time I did this, the first one wasn't great, the second one was better, and the third one was best. I'm just going to try and attempt 2 today. Let's peel this off. Okay, yeah, so not heavy enough on the ink, but actually quite happy with the design. Not bad at all. I just need more ink. Luckily, I have all of this over here, so let's go back in and be a little bit heavier this time. And I can see as I'm doing this, I'm getting some of the edge bits as well. Hopefully that won't come up in the print. And I'm already forgetting what people said, and I'm going backwards and forwards. Okay, nice and quickly, I'm gonna lay this down. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to press quite firmly on this one, so I might cut because it's going to be very jiggly on the camera. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see. Oh, yes. That is much nicer. Oh, I'm really pleased with that. Yeah, I can see the details that are coming through, what's worked and what hasn't as well. So, oh, this is very exciting. I want to do more. I really, really do want to do more. I'm really pleased with this. I want your guys' suggestion. What kind of things do you want to see me create with the lino printing? Because I want to go big. I want to go really big. I want to go really detailed. I want to try out lots of different things. So give me your suggestions and I'm going to try and do them. Oh, I'm very happy with this. Look, as always, I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. And until next time, goodbye.